You're watching the News Hour at 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the second debate is all about income tax raids on a prominent media group in at least 5 different states. And these raids were carried out as part of an investigation into charges of tax evasion by the Dainik Bhaskar Group. The incident soon snowballed into a huge political controversy as the Bhaskar Group claimed raids were conducted only because it has been critical of the Modi government's handling of the coronavirus outbreak. The opposition too was quick to brand this as an assault on the free press. But the government sources tell Times Now that Dainik Bhaskar Group is under the scanner for alleged round-tripping of money through Mauritius-based entities. They also point out to the fact that the names of some in Bhaskar Group were found in the Panama Papers, and hence the investigation is only legitimate. Listen in to the Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur.
जनरली हम लोग जितने प्रश्न हैं वो कैबिनेट के निर्णय पर ही रखते हैं और ऐसे बहुत सारे अवसर आएंगे, पार्लियामेंट भी चल रही है और वहां पर बाकी जगह भी आपके इन सारे प्रश्नों का उत्तर दिया जा सकता है। लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, एजेंसीज अपना काम करती हैं। उस पे हमारा कोई दखलंदाजी नहीं होती। और दूसरा मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं, पूरी जानकारी जरूर लेनी चाहिए। कई बार जानकारी के अभाव में भी बहुत सारे विषय ऐसे आते हैं जो सच्चाई या सत्य से परे होते हैं।
Number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate, tonight on the debate is Ashutosh, senior journalist, and my friend Ashutosh, I want to ask you, this is being seen as an assault on freedom of the media, and there is a direct linkage that has been pointed to, which is the fact that Dainik Bhaskar, and all of us have noticed this over the last few months, has been going hammer and tongs at exposing various governments. They've done it in Rajasthan with vials being thrown in dustbins. They've done it about the number of deaths that were taking place in Gujarat were way more than what was being disclosed. So they've raised questions against every government. Do you think today's raids can actually be attached and insinuated that because they were going against government, this is how the government has responded by letting loose agencies on them? That's the charge.
I think Dainik Bhaskar and the Bharat Samachar both should take it as a badge of honor for them, because in this troubled time, they should feel honored that if the government is unhappy with them, the government is trying to raid on them, then that means they are doing something good. And Dainik Bhaskar has done some tremendous work in the last 3-4 months, especially stories in Uttar Pradesh, where they had shown and they proved it, that how the dead bodies are floating. There are 22 reporters, they moved from one place to another. They had gone to 17 districts across Ganges, and they found it. I think that's a story which we all should be proud of, doing that story. And that was not only to target one particular government, but all kinds of the government. So I think someday you have to pay for this. And this is the Dainik Bhaskar, who has been denied the government advertisement for the last 6-7 months. Everybody knows it in Madhya Pradesh. So I don't think that anything is wrong with that. Sometimes you do good journalism, and sometimes you have to pay for that. And if government is scared, government doesn't like it, I think it's bad for the government. If the government believes in democracy, there should be freedom of expression. The press should be free.
Ishkaran Bhandari, I want to ask you, should we only look at it from this as an attack on free media, or believe the Panama Papers, the name of owners of the Bhaskar Group coming in as the defense that has been mounted by the government to kind of, give a contrarian view to the allegations of muzzling of media? But I want to ask you this question, that, at a time when there is so much of confrontation that's already going on because of snooping on a few journalists through the Pegasus spyware, another income tax raid on media houses, Perception is also something, and the government is only adding to the perception crisis, which looks like it has decided and made up its mind to go after anybody who's expressing dissent. How can the government get rid of that perception?
Navika, this must be the first time in my debates with you that I'm partly agreeing with Ashutosh, and I can see the anguish you have in a question as an editor. I don't know, you do not know how involved they are in Panama Papers. A newspaper cannot have immunity if they are involved in Panama Papers. But that is for the government to come out and prove very soon and very fast. Otherwise, the perception, I as an individual who believes in democracy, will not like a raid on any newspaper or media outlet unless you have very strong and clear proof. But that proof, that onus, that burden, as we say in law, is on the government to prove. Otherwise, people will view it as an attempt to muzzle dissent or as an attempt to muzzle speech, and that is a very troubling thing if that happens.
Well,
so I hope
Ashutosh
the
ji,
government has a very strong...
I have very little time left, but do you think time has now come for all agencies to be independent of government control? It happens in countries abroad. Tax departments don't necessarily report to the government. They have ombudsmen. They have, free people who they report to, so that government interference doesn't become part of harassment of citizens or media houses or any part of the civil society.
Navika, your experience of covering the bureaucracy is much more than mine. You know better than me that more than the politician, it is the bureaucrats who wants to dance on the tunes of these politicians, because they all have something to gain in the post-retirement things. I think unless it's very easy to criticize politicians, but my concern is it is the bureaucracy, it is the bureaucrats, it is the top bureaucrats who willingly dance on the tunes of these politicians. The day they stop it, they might have to pay the price, but then this interference will stop.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this country will not tolerate any attempt or any assault on the freedom of the fourth pillar of democracy, which is a free press. And right now, the onus of proving anything that's been done against the law by these media houses really is on the government's shoulders. They have to prove it, or clearly this society will not take it lying down, because this could be a kind of emergency that we haven't seen before. And that is not something the fourth pillar of the society of a democracy can tolerate. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night. Don't go away. Padmaja Joshi up next.